He's smooth and he's cool. He's quick with a gun, a master in the boudoir. A guy in a trench coat who gets the job done. Guy Noir.
A dark night in a city that knows how to keep its secrets. But high above the empty streets, on the 12th floor of the Acme building, one man is still trying to find the answers to life's persistent questions. Guy Noir, Private Eye.
It was a cold day in January, a day when steam comes up out of cracks in the street and your face hurts, and you think of maybe checking yourself into a home for the weak of character and letting large, sympathetic women nurture you for a couple of months. But I had too much to do for that. My old landlord, Lou, had given me a call and said I could move back into my old office at the Acme building. He'd renovated the place, so I could hardly recognize it when I came in the front door. Boy, this is a lot of plants for one lobby here, Lou, huh?
Yeah, 6 truckloads. A lot of ficus. That's what lawyers go for, is ficus.
Well, who's gonna water them there, Lou?
Oh, the concierge, Mr. Mishimo.
Oh, I see.
Hey, morning, Mr. Mishimo.
Does he speak English?
Sometimes, yeah.
Great. Nice lighting in here, too. And,
Thanks.
Coffee bar. Kind of miss Jimmy's Blast-Off Lounge, but...
Well...
Oh, here's your building directory here. Oh, that's interesting. The Adonis and Athena Health Club,
Mm-hmm.
Hair, the gang's all here, huh? Law firm up there, huh? Looks like the building's pretty well occupied, huh?
That is. I got a whole different clientele now, Guy.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm taking you back for old times' sake. But only until you find another place, okay?
Right,
yeah, so don't put your foot in it or you're out in your ear, you dig?
Yeah, I dig.
I won't ask you to pay the rent in advance because I've heard all your stories and I don't want to hear any more of them, okay?
Okay.
But pay me sometime, okay?
Right.
And if you're not going to, then at least tell me a story I ain't heard before, okay?
Okay, right. It's only fair, Lou. Over in the corner where Vinny had his newsstand, where I used to buy trashy magazines, there was just a tree and a wall hanging there. Where my old watering hole was, where I used to try to make time with girls, was a coffee bar called Coyote Cafe. Cafe with 2 F's. My, that's special.
Yes, may I help you?
I'm just standing here sort of stunned by the variety of the menu, that's all.
Well, take your time. Any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. Okay.
I'm just wondering, how did we ever get to the point in this country where coffee selections could take up an entire wall of a room? I don't know.
What do you mean?
I mean, coffee used to be one item at the bottom of the menu, right? It was right above tea. It was, near lemonade, soda pop. I mean, it was coffee.
It's because of the recovery movement, if you really want to know.
What do you mean?
People in recovery.
Oh.
They go to their weekly meetings in basements, sitting on folding chairs in a circle and drinking coffee out of styrofoam cups.
Uh-huh.
And as they go through the 12 steps of recovery, that coffee becomes more and more important to them.
What, are you talking about alkies?
Well, recovering alcoholics, recovering enablers, recovering codependents, recovering controlling personalities, recovering overeaters, recovering obsessives, recovering passives, all of them. As people gave up whatever gave them pleasure, they realized that most of their pleasure now would have to come from coffee. Either from coffee or from sitting on folding chairs.
I see. So that's why coffee sort of blew up.
Yes, 3,457 different possibilities of coffee up there.
Oh, my gosh. Are you in recovery, too?
Yes, I'm a recovering English major.
Oh, I see.
I'm recovering from enabling my own sensibility.
Right. Well, how about fixing me a plain coffee to go?
A cup of American?
Right, a cup of American.
Calf, decaf, double calf?
How about with cream? Fatted calf? Huh?
Yeah, a cup of American fatted calf.
Cup American fatted calf. Cup American fatted calf. Cup American fatted calf.
I took my cup of coffee up to the 12th floor, and I walked to my office. There were prints all over the walls, and those old green walls had been painted a soft beige that reminded me of the naked back of a woman I used to know in Poughkeepsie, New York, a woman named Daphne. My old office, though, was exactly the same. Same old sofa, same file drawers, and the whiskey bottle in the top drawer was still a quarter full. The old swivel chair still swiveled back so you could put your brogans up on the desk. So... Yeah, come in. Who is it?
Mr. Noir,
Right, who are you?
you don't know?
No, should I?
You really don't know?
I don't know.
I take it you don't watch television.
No, I gave it up about 15 years ago. I kept falling asleep. I don't know.
Brad Gale is my name. I do the 6 and 10 o'clock weather on Channel 6.
Oh, I see. Weather guy, huh?
I'm a television meteorologist.
Well, even better. What can I do for you, Brad?
Well, do you mind if I sit down?
Oh, be my guest.
Thank you very
Go
much.
ahead.
Well, it's like this, Mr. Noir. The weather we've been getting, it's not our weather.
I see.
But unfortunately, we don't know if we're going to start getting our weather pretty soon or what's going on. We need some help. That's why I came to you.
I thought that's what you guys did, was to forecast weather.
We used to, but we haven't been having much luck lately. We keep forecasting partly cloudy, and people have to shovel a couple of feet of partly cloudy off their sidewalks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, people are angry with us.
Right, but I thought you were a meteorologist.
I did my training in Hawaii.
Oh, I see.
The Kanawha Mahi Mahi Academy of Meteorology.
I'm sorry I didn't get that.
The Kanawha Mahi Mahi Academy of Meteorology.
Ah.
Yes.
Must have been a breeze, huh?
Well, my years at the Kanawha Mahi Mahi were the easiest 4 years I ever spent in my life, frankly. Went surfing, dancing, ate a lot of fresh fruit. Went to class about 2 months, 2 hours a month, I mean.
Yes, right.
All they taught you was high of 84, low of 62.
Uh-huh. And then they assigned you to Minnesota, the Middle East of meteorology. Huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I did okay for a while. Used the National Weather Service forecasts, so they weren't that bad most of the time.
What happened with them?
Well, guess you don't read papers either, huh?
Well, I do, but I only read old ones now. They're cheaper and the writing's better.
Ah, well, the National Weather Service was privatized about 2 years ago.
Is that right?
The low bid was from a well drilling company in Montana.
I see.
And then they subcontracted it to an Indian tribe in the Black Hills.
Uh-huh.
Now, this tribe is still a little bitter about what happened back there in the 1870s, and, well, anyway, they held a snow dance, and they shook their rattles and chanted their snow chants, and suddenly Minnesota's weather got changed with Saskatchewan.
Is that right?
Yes.
So up in Saskatchewan,
Saskatchewan has partly cloudy, scattered flurries, highs in the 20s.
I see. And so their weather wound up down here.
It's terrible. 50 inches of snow, winds, incredible cold. Glaciers are moving down the interstates. In Minneapolis, people's hairlines are starting to advance down their foreheads.
Is that right? Huh.
Yes.
So have you spoken to this Indian tribe in the Black Hills then?
We've gotten some email from them, yes.
See, and?
Next week, they've scheduled a permafrost dance.
Whoa, my goodness.
Yes.
Getting serious, huh? Mm-hmm. So what do they want as the price for calling off this onslaught here?
They want South Dakota.
I see.
In Minneapolis, people are starting to walk with their hands almost touching the ground. They're
Really?
eating tree bark and rodents. In the Minneapolis schools, they're teaching kids the grammar of grunting. They call it bubonics.
I see. And all they want is South Dakota.
That's it?
I guess I don't see a problem here.
Well, I don't know. You know, some people feel that if you give in to them, they'll just ask for more.
What, North Dakota?
Exactly.
You know, I think a society has got to be prepared to accept change here, Brad. I mean, I don't think we ought to try to hold on, keep things the same. I mean, South Dakota, huh?
They're willing to create 2 reservations, one in Vermilion for liberals and one in Sioux Falls for Lutherans.
I see. And will the Lutherans on the reservation be allowed to carry on their sacred coffee and hot dish rituals?
The Indians consider melted cheese to be an offense against nature, but they're willing to look the other way.
You know, I think you've got a deal here.
What about North Dakota? Do we tell them North Dakota is off the table?
Well, you can't take North Dakota off the table. North Dakota is a table, but, you know, we can cross North Dakota when we come to it.
Well, I'll tell them what you said, Mr. Noir. Thanks a lot.
He left, and a few minutes later, I realized I never gave him a bill. So I wrote out a bill for $120 for services rendered, Guy Noir, private investigator, and addressed it to Brad Gale, Channel 6. And then I thought, nah, 120, that's gonna look suspicious. Make that a 4. 420, that looks more like a bill. Times are changing here at the Acme Building. Time I should be changing with them.
A dark night in a city that keeps its secrets, but one guy is still trying to find the answers. Guy Noir, Private Eye.